The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed, and we are back. We're back with another one, Cousin Ed's Corner. And I am once again honored. I am once again happy. I'm once again full of joy to have a resident here. You know how at a hospital they have residencies, but this is a neighborhood. This is a community, and I have a resident here that is a family member of the show. Not the show, of the community. Plays a special part of my life, heart, family, and everything. A sister, a cousin, auntie, big mama, all those things I can call on her for just to get advice and everything whatsoever. I wanted to have her back. We're going to do some more things together more this year, but we've both been running, and we both slowed down just for this episode. Coach Devon, welcome back to Cousin Ed's Corner.
What a pleasure. It's an honor. Hey, cousin. It's
yes.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. We talk so much, and we don't get a chance to actually see each other. And we don't live that far. We live far away, but not that far away. But we talk, and thank God for social media. Thank God for WhatsApp. Thank God for text. Thank God for technology. But we got to do better this year.
I agree. 100%.
All right.
100%. We got to do this.
All right. So, fam, as you know, this show is organic, and I like to always have. I don't like to have conversations about what the show is going to be about. So, let's catch up for people who don't know who you are. Tell them about yourself. Tell them. I don't want to hear the Pamper story, but I want to bring them forward to today. What got you to be who you are? And then we'll talk about a couple of topics I like to discuss.
Oh, that's good. So we could be here for years. Talk about
you were just born a couple of years ago.
Here. I must say that I'm honored to say that I'm a speaker. I'm an inspirational author, leadership coach. I'm also a trainer, speaker, certified, John Maxwell certified. That's the latest and greatest. It's the latest.
Okay.
On the scene. And I'm honored to just wrap what my vocation looked like in the workspace, wrap that along with being a minister in training. So my movement, nothing but God getting the glory behind it all. But ultimately, if you really want to ask who I am, I'm just a sister from another mother, just trying to have an influence in every space that I have.
Now listen, I got goosebumps, people. So it's a long, I'm going to say long version, short version, right? When we first met, our family, my father knows her uncle. I know her uncle too, but we met through that, right? Long distance family, right? Say we long distance family, right? And when we first got on the call, she was so cooperative with me. Yeah, I want y'all to go back and listen to that show. She was so cooperative, like, we family.
Right, right.
And if y'all just heard that intro just now, it is totally different. You know, how you go to my house for the first time, you didn't want to sit down. No, I'm okay. I don't want to eat anything. She
Right.
just came over, went in the cabinets and everything just now.
I'm
So I'm
home.
glad that you're comfortable.
I went in the cabinets, got my own cup.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
That
Yes,
part.
indeed. Glad to have you back. Like I said, now for everybody, this is a personal show because we talk to each other often, but I wanted to bring you back to talk about some things you have going on, one, and two, talk about us and our community navigating the corporate space and navigating leadership, not only corporately, but through the ministry, through friendships, and it's this other avenues, other arenas where we have to show leadership, and how do we learn leadership. So I was looking at some of the things you have, and you talked about 4 stages of leadership. And I might press you right now, but high level, can you talk about your experience in leadership? You don't got to talk about the company, but your experience in leadership and possibly the 4 stages of leadership.
Yeah. So if you think about back in the days, leadership was all about a title. It was all about roles that, someone said with a big old office corner, window view. Leadership back in the days was very one way, my way, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And in my experience of over 22 years in leadership, it has really evolved. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy to say, quoting one of John Maxwell's famous quote, leadership is all about influence, nothing more, nothing less. Mm-hmm. Now, for me, multiple stages of leadership you will see. I'll give you an example on how you can see yourself or others when it comes to leadership. There are some leadership styles where you are told what to do, mm-hmm. but you are not one that is in the midst with your leadership team, right? Mm-hmm. You are some leaders or yourself, you may be the one to go out before the team, right? And you pave the way for that leader. That's where you ultimately want to be. Leader leads by example, mm-hmm. right? There's different stages of leadership. I will love to sit and talk and really break down what leadership look like, how to build leadership, what is effective leadership, what are some of the leadership styles one should avoid. Just check me out, check out my bio for me to really step into your space, whether it's a corporate space, organization. That's where my ministry lies in. That leadership piece, the mentorship piece, that's what I love to do. Really help come in and make an influence and really define what leadership is. And truly, Cousin Ed, it's all about influence. It has nothing to do with a title.
Excellent. One thing you said just now about coming in and helping, I think many of us in our community, without going through corporate, sometimes we're lost on some of those key skills, mm-hmm. right? Where will we gain those at? Where are they taught at? I know for myself, early on, it was through sports, being a captain, things like that. But without that, I don't know where those opportunities, maybe being part of the usher board and being the lead usher, things like that. But how can some of us, one through you, going through you to get the leadership? But if you're not in a corporate American environment, I'm in the post office, and no matter where you're at, right? How can you go about learning those leadership skills?
Yes, good. So I'm a fan of a mentor. A mentor is someone that's actually someone that's in your lane of industry, but have more experience than you. Someone that you can go to and say, hey, I've had this experience with adjusting my communication style with this coworker or with my leader. Or, hey, I'm navigating on how to go through a process change. Or I'm navigating on how to build a space of psychological safety. That mentor can be your sounding board. He or she has more experience, well respected in their community or in their area of influence. Of course, if you have that ministry, someone at your church you can look up to that has that experience that you're in, far as business, whether it's leadership, It could be you as an entrepreneurship on doing hair, whatever that lane is. Having a mentor that has years of experience will be an outstanding first step in which you can get that building that leadership skills and learning best practices from them. Another thing, just because it's not in your sphere of influence doesn't mean that it can't happen. You mentioned it earlier, technology. You got stuff on YouTube, you got books you can read. So there are ways. I'm a fan of saying where there's a will, there's a way.
That's
So
so
if
true.
you're serious about trying to change where you're at because you know there's something better, you will find the right people or resources to tap into to build those skills for you to step into leadership. So what does that look like? It can be from being empathetic. It can be an active listener, one that can see problems as opportunities. And Cousin Ed, one thing I love to really share in this space when it comes to leadership, you can go to a job, you can have an entrepreneurship business, or you can have an opportunity to connect with someone on a project or ministry. And you can look at something and be like, well, how can one have survived this long with this open opportunity? Only you can see. I love that because that's an opportunity for you to influence. That's where you can come in and mend that gap. If you can see it where others could not, that is an opportunity for you to come in and make an impact. Not look at it as, oh, that's a problem. No, I'll see it as an opportunity. And you're the one that can influence and close that gap.
So don't look at things as a problem. Look at it as opportunities.
Absolutely.
And others will follow at that point as well. They want to know how you did it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now, one thing that I am proud of, that you're doing it with other, not only sisters, but you are a prime example of sisters doing big things.
Thank you, cousin.
I'm so proud of you when I see what you're doing, but also I know professionally where you're at, doing those things as well, in those arenas, in the rooms that you step into. I am super, super proud of you. How can young women who are entering corporate America, I know a lot of them strive to make the fast tracks and things like that, but how can they navigate corporate America and get to the point that you're at?
Well, one, I would say start where you at and be the best person in your role, right? So let's say you have an entry-level position and you have metrics that you are measured upon to determine if you are considered meets, which means you're among the others, or exceeds, meaning you're one of, right? So how do you stand out? So if your quality goal is to get an 80 to pass, then you work on being an 85, work on being 90%. The other thing is I'm a fan of servant leadership. So your core work can be about administration. Your core work could be about completing a task. Your core work could be in the IT space. Whatever that core work is, find another area in which you can serve to help someone else to meet their goal. The moment that you help someone else reach their goal will be the time where you have an opportunity to get to the next level. The next time you will have an opportunity to build a relationship where someone would think of you, Cousin Ed, because you went outside your comfort zone. You went outside the norm to help someone else meet their goals. So relationship building is key. Helping someone else reach their goal and serve the community. What does that look like? Giving back. That looks like helping someone that needs. I am a fan of having this mindset. I always have someone that is one step ahead of me. That person would keep me motivated to keep going, encouraging me to keep striving for the North Star. Have someone on the same level as me. They're going to keep me humble. When I look left and right, I'm okay. They keep me humble. I got it. Then I look for a sister and a brother. Sister and a brother that's behind me that I can extend the olive branch to, because Cousin Ed, I didn't get here by myself. It took a village. Someone out of all the corporate spaces that I've been in, someone believed in me. Someone saw something in me. And I thank God for favor. God gave me favor in their eyes. And the moment they gave me an opportunity, I knew I had to look back and give the same for someone else.
That's excellent. And now I know you have women's warriors coming.
Yes,
And
yes.
can you speak on that? I believe that's also built in favor helping others. So can you speak on that?
Absolutely. So women warriors were birthed a few years back. And as I mentioned earlier, when you see a gap, God had put that on your heart for you to mend that gap. So for so many years, I've been a safe space for so many women. They're always saying, I feel like I'm on an island by myself. It seems like what I'm going through, no one else understands. What about having a space where I can actually come in and not be judged, not be looked down upon?
Mhm.
Women warriors were birthed. God gave me that name, that title. So it's a safe space for women to grow together, cry together, inspire one another, to be able to pray with one another. And me being the leadership coach that I am, I pour into them on a monthly basis how to build themselves from the inside out. Secondly, we communicate with one another on a monthly basis. We have our own dedicated community app where we pray one another, encourage one another. One person just finished their trichology certification, mind, body, and soul, right? Knowing the healthiness of a hair and what it looks like and what it entails to really build your hair up to be very healthy. And there's another young lady that's actually ran her first 5-mile 5K. That's the word I was trying to get out. So I'm really, really proud. So we celebrate one another, and we got our women's retreat book. We're going to Chateau Atlanta. I can't wait.
Okay.
So we have a wine tour. We have a fashion show. Just think about a space where girls get together to pour into one another. That is coming up at the end of May. And I'm excited. Women Warriors, we get together monthly. I am leading a 3-part series called Into Me I See. And it's all about healing from the inside out. You know how sometimes you have that negative thinking that really can get you stuck? Mm-hmm. So I'm helping the ladies with also, I'm bringing in expertise on a monthly basis to shift the negative thinking into positive thinking. So the application, their actions will line up with their positive thinking. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of surgery being done in the mind, but I promise you, there's so many testimonies, and I'm happy. And the groups is growing from a monthly basis. So March 22nd at 1 p.m., I have a professional counselor coming in, and she's going to give us some powerhouse to talk about mind, body, and soul from a clinical perspective. So think about it on a monthly basis, me pouring into you from a leadership. You have an expertise. We have no choice but to go out into the world, have a positive impact, because we got all the tools to be successful.
Let me ask you this. I'm kind of jealous now. Are the brothers invited to anything?
So my brothers have gotten on me. They're like, Devon, really? I said, okay. So in April, stay tuned. There's going to be some in-person connections where my brothers can get together. I have not marketed this, so because you're family, and because I'm telling you the insights now, there's going to be a couple of conversations coming up. It's going to be a podcast, an interview style, where there are men going to be on the panel, where it's talking about fathers. Are you listening to your daughters? So the impact men have with their daughters. Special moment for me in my heart, the way my father and I had our relationship. Secondly, there's going to be some in-person connections all about executive leadership presence. What does that look like? What is it? And how can men really, really show up in a way that we as women need them? Whether that is leadership, whether it's that mentorship, whether it's that pouring into. There's so much going on.
You got a whole river. You got a whole ocean over here going on, because it's.
Don't forget about my brothers.
I'm thinking about every type of man. Listen, we need,
More to come. Stay tuned. Social media at Coach Devon Croom, IG, Facebook. My website is devoncroom.com. Stay tuned. You will have all the updates there.
You see how she been here before? She just already gave. I ain't even had to ask for it. She done gave it out.
Thank you, cousin. You told me to make myself at home. See?
Yes, indeed. But no, seriously, I'm very interested in hearing more about that. I saw a piece of it on your website. Talk about it. So I wanted to know more about that. But I think it is very important for us to give back to our community, not only the guys with guys, the girls with girls, ladies with ladies. I think it's for us to talk together as well. but you got to heal first. And I think it's a lot to it. So more to come. I can't wait. I can't.
Me too. Stay
Yes.
tuned. Stay tuned.
Before I let you out of here, I want to make sure, is there anything else going on? I see you've been on a couple other podcasts. I heard you mention a podcast, so hopefully you'll be back on Cousin Ed's Corner soon.
Yes, I will. Listen.
I get jealous. No, y'all don't know. I sent her the jelly sign, the grapes. When I see her on other podcasts, I'm like, where this time happening?
Cousin, I will be intentional. I will be back not only on Cousin's Edge Corner, but families getting together. It will be this year.
Okay,
I promise you, I'm going to be intentional. You got my word.
No, we got to do better, because it's not only you. It's your husband and my dad. They stay together. So.
Oh, they do. Like,
yeah, they hang out.
Like, can I get a pancake?
Yeah, I mean, bring back something. Bring back me a napkin or something.
Right. I love their relationship. I really do.
We need to have another whole conversation about that.
That part.
Yeah. All right, fam. Like I said, we could talk all day long. Hopefully I know y'all enjoyed this episode. Definitely tune in. Be sure. Go ahead and give your information again where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Coach Devon Croom. My website is devoncroom.com. Look me up. Check out your girl. Stay tuned for all the upcoming events. See you soon. Until the next time, make it a great one.
Definitely. Check out the show notes for her contact information as well. You can also reach out to me, 762-333-2032. That's 762-333-2032. Or DM me, email me, whatever you need to do to leave a voicemail. All of those things. I love each and every one of you. There's nothing you can do about it. Until next time. Peace.
Hey y'all, Coach Devon is here. Check out Cousin's Ed's next episode. We had a great time. This was my family. We talked about leadership, the power of mentorship, and what does influence truly mean. You get to learn a little bit more about me, the impact I have on the business, community, and all of my upcoming events. Stay tuned on all podcast platforms to be part of the conversation.
Hey y'all, Aisha here, founder and CEO of the Sistahs in Business Expo, the country's only multi-city small business expo and community created to celebrate and educate entrepreneurial women of color. Be sure to tune in to the next episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. And remember, when my sister wins, we all win.
This episode of Cousin Ed's Corner was brought to you by the Sistah Shop. Please be sure to visit them at thesistahshop.com. That's THESISTAHSHOP.com. Thesistahshop.com. Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed's Corner.